Recently, I made a couple purchases of some coins on eBay, and during today's video episode 325, I'm going to show it. Now, eBay, Macari, Spotify, Shopify, whatever. Shopify, not Spotify. Shopify. These online platforms, they're tricky, you know. What I've noticed over the past year, buying and selling coins, well, I should say buying, because when I sell something, I do my best to be genuine and honest. What I've noticed from buying coins from others, that a lot of people, that the stuff that's going around, it's like circulated, it's circulating within the community. Some person will buy 10 rolls of 1960s, then he'll sell them separately, then someone else will sell them individual, and it's the same stuff that's just going around and around and around. And if you don't know what you're doing, which I didn't initially, I know a little bit more now. I'm far from an expert. You're just going to be buying this recycled junk, for lack of a better word. Well, in this case, so what I do is I try to be as selective as possible and let everyone else buy the junk. I'm just being honest with you. And see the other, and I try to be, at least if I buy cheap, I'm not going to get burnt too bad on the junk that I buy. So that's my philosophy. Whether or not it's a good philosophy, I don't know. And then, of course, anything that has silver in it, as long as you're getting close to call or face value or whatever, then I think you're also okay. But when it comes to uncirculated, so this was about three or four purchases here, and you can see we got some silver dimes, mercury dimes, mostly pennies. So when it comes to, for example, the 1960, the 59D, the Lincoln, when it comes to the Lincoln Memorial pennies, the chance that they're cleaned is pretty high. Okay, so I guess that's where I was going with this. So let's look, and fortunately enough, a lot of these are in tubes, so we could actually see the sides. And now when I see them like this, that makes me think that they might not be cleaned because they're browner. When I see them like this, well, this one has them mixed up too, right? And I'm going to show you one of my, and this whole thing that I'm going to do today is going to be broken up into several parts. I could probably do about a 5-hour video on what I have in front of, and then no one's going to watch it. So just for most people to understand, first of all, my the members, they get to watch videos as I upload them. So it doesn't matter if I do 1,000 1-minute videos. They get to see them as I upload them in real time. Everyone else has to watch them as they're scheduled. So if you want to support the channel and you want to see videos quicker and respond to the videos in real time, become a member. It's $5 a month, $60 a year. If that's going to, I think $60 is what it costs like 3 people to eat at McDonald's for lunch, and you can have all my chat. I put so much work into my videos that, I think it's cheap. But if it's not, then I understand. So I do my own, I put away my own close to MS condition pennies, right? And this is what they look like. So I have my own examples, right, to compare to. So these are mine, and these are the ones I bought. And as you could see, they're pretty similar. Now, check these out. All of a sudden, well, these don't look too bad either, I gotta be honest with you, but they are much more. Look at the thickness on some of these. This doesn't look too bad either. But I've seen some that, that they come and they're like, bam, wow, these are the nicest I've ever found. And these are probably in MS condition. Look at that. I mean, these I found during my videos that I made. So I have a reference because of the channel, because of the videos that I make on a regular basis, and because of how I categorize my pennies, I have a reference. I have the experience. I have the reference. I pay attention. I've done my own. Now, people are so against cleaning, right? That how crazy is this? It's like, oh, I hate clean. Don't clean. Don't do this. Don't do that. But then when you go and buy pennies, you don't know what's cleaned. I mean, you almost have to clean pennies to know what a clean penny looks like. Watching videos is helpful, but it's not going to do it once it goes in your hand. You lose the there's a loss of understanding, of translation between doing it yourself and when you get. So you can buy a whole roll of clean pennies, which I have done before. I'm like, oh, look at this. The whole thing is, how you know it's one of the ways it's cleaned is when the tops are super bright, but they don't match the edges. But the edges are like dark. So they use a Q-tip on the top, they put it in water, and it comes out really nice. But you can tell, and if you ever want to send it to get graded, you're gonna get the designation of cleaned. And most coin collectors don't want cleaned coins. But if you know how to do it, no one will notice. Most of them will get through. A professionally cleaned coin will get through any type of grading. All right, so that's that. So again, this is mine. I know what mine are, and this is theirs. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at some of this stuff that I bought. And I bought some novelty things. Here goes what's that called? A Proof 83. Now, proofs are another thing. You have to be so careful with these. Now, have I seen fakes? I'll be honest with you, I have not. In my opinion, it would be almost impossible to fake something like a proof. And you're talking about a $3 or $4 or $5 penny. I don't know if it even makes sense or time efficiency to try to make the inside frosted. I mean, unless there's something that I missed. Let's check out the. Oh, look at that. I don't know how much is off by, but it's definitely rotated. It looks rotated. Yeah. So this is straight, right? I got it perpendicular with the with my screen. And you can watch. Now, someone else says you could put it up against a mirror, right? I don't have a mirror in front of me, and I'm not going to go through all that. I just want to see what it looks like. It's not that bad, actually. I thought it was more off. It's not. Okay. Anyway, I got some miscellaneous stuff. Proofs. I would not. Oh, I don't have my gloves on. You want to know the truth for some of this stuff? It doesn't even matter if I have gloves on or not. Maybe I'll put them on. And I'm so used to wearing gloves, to be honest with you. Finger gloves. I'm so used to it. I think I'll put them on. I'm just afraid some of this stuff will slide away from my fingers and especially the proof. You never want to touch it. A proof will capture the fingerprints. A lot of these other pennies, most other pennies will not capture fingerprints, believe it or not. I think this might be a proof, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure. I don't know. I think it's uncirculated. See, to me, now look, this is cleaned. Am I going to say 100% it's cleaned? Well, look how bright and shiny it is. But where are the steps? Look at the details. I mean, am I correct or am I incorrect? It's funny, right? Because I really don't have the picture in my head of what it's supposed to look like. Let me go to Google and just put up nickel. $0.05. And let's just go to. I'm gonna put it on circulate just so we can see a good, because they'll show us bad nickels. Yeah, I think that's a good example. And I'll show you the picture real quick. So a nickel, right? A nice looking nickel. You can see the steps. See the lines? So how is this nickel so bright like this? And what's my pointer? And the steps are gone. I mean, they're polished off. So this is BS. I think it is. I think now, can it be? So let me look at the other. Well, the funny thing is there is some good detail in the windows and stuff like that. I don't know about the top here. The details up here don't look too bad. Or along the bottom, and there's even little lines over here. Yeah, to me, this is, I mean, now this is the thing, right? I'm not an expert, so I'm always going to judge on the side of caution, right? Now, is this, so it's either a grease strike, right? Or it's been polished. Now, it's so crazy that if this has been polished, I have to say, man, these letters are, I mean, they're so clear, it looks fake. I don't know. To me, like I said, so I would err on the side of caution. You know, I would think that this is and it's a D. I would think this is polished because of this. So I wouldn't even want to pay, you know, I mean, I wouldn't want to pay anything. I wouldn't want to buy, this, believe it or not, I think it's a 1960, so I guess it's a nice, older, pretty shiny nickel, but I don't know. To me, it's not worth more than a nickel. You know, how can it be so shiny? Look at this. All the detail looks polished out over here. It just had really, really nice letters. The letters are incredible. And the edge, I wonder how they got the edge. I mean, so a lot of this, the process really is, unless that's grease. The details are incredible. I mean, not the details, the letters. Okay, anyway, I don't want to get hung up on it. I would not buy, I bought it. I think I got it really, really cheap, or it might have even been a gift with one of, you know, the people send they send gifts like nickels and pennies and stuff like that. So anyway, that's that. Now, I don't want to go through my odd stuff right now. I want to save the odd stuff for one specific video. What I do want to do is, another person who I bought off of sent me, and it's kind of weird. You know, I have a bunch of tubes. Thankfully, I save all my tubes. And, okay, so I got to move all this over a little bit. It's in the way. And they sent me all these pennies that they said were Now pennies I'm a little bit more familiar with. And like I said, you could tell when something is polished. If the front looks super duper, but if the surface doesn't match, see, to me, right away that I look at this. Well, let me look at it off camera. Here you go. This one is pretty shiny on the sides. Man, it's so hard to tell. So hard to tell. And wherever they were, oh, look at these. I don't know, man. I don't know. I really, oh, I have tubes, you know. You know what? Let me get out. Let me get the tubes out. We're gonna make this. We're gonna do this the right way, guys and girls. I have tubes. I should have got it out before, but I wasn't thinking about doing it right now. Let me get out a few tubes. All right. Because now the thing is, these tubes are never going to be filled, right? Because I'm never going to find these pennies in this condition to fill them up. You know what the funny thing is? They feel a little light. I got to tell you, I want to weigh a couple of these. And I'm weighing them because if they were really, you can lose some of the copper in the cleaning. So let's weigh a couple of these. A couple of them feel too light. And of course, I hope I'm wrong. I hope it says now, just so you know, and I'm going to look it up right now, and you can see the fingerprint on this, right? Yeah, pennies in this condition should not be touched. Brown pennies, it almost doesn't matter. But anyway, forget about it. Doesn't really matter. They're not worth anything anyway. So let's weigh it. 312. Now, if I remember, I have to go to. Let me go to the. Is it the mintage pennies? I'm not sure which one says the weight of them or not. Lincoln Cent mintage figures. Does it say the weight in here? It does not. It just says how many were made. Pennies, wheat, weight. Okay, so wheat cents between 1909 and 1958 also weighed 3.11. All right. Oh, okay. And like the 1959, 1960, and 61, they have tin in them. Okay, they stopped putting tin in 1962. It was just 5% zinc, and then I guess it's cheaper or whatever. I don't know why. Actually, I shouldn't have said that. Okay, and then the 43 is 2.72 grams, and the Indian head cents. Some of them, not all of them. Some of them are 4.6 grams. And they have nickel in them, 12% nickel. All right, and very interesting. Okay, so let's weigh a couple more. I'm just really curious. Man, 3.1 on the nose. $3.5. All right, that's a little low. This one's a little darker. Oh, this is a fit. Oh, he has them all different. He has them all different years. So weird. Look at this. Is that correct? So this, wow. So remember 3.11 is what they're supposed to weigh. 1909, 1958. This is actually an out of tolerance pen. It's now when I say out of the tolerance for is 1.2 grams is the tolerance for. It's 1 gram for zincs and it's 1.2 grams for. Excuse me. I take that back. Is a tenth of a gram for zinc and is 0.12 grams for copper. Sorry about that. It's not a gram. It's 12% of a gram is for copper. So 3.11 plus 0.12 is 3.23. So 3.24 is out of tolerance for copper pennies, and 3.25 is obvious is out of the threshold for the 100th of a percent that you might give for the tolerance of the out of tolerance. So I think the way it gets designated is geez. Oh, is extra thick. Now I'm gonna look at the edges on this. So this is I can't believe. So stuff like this usually should not get by. And I shouldn't say that because I hardly weigh anything. Now I want to weigh all this guy's stuff that he gave me. This is ridiculous because it's an extra thick, uncirculated pen. This might have value. More value, I'm saying. Oh boy. Let me get 3.25. Now, just so you know, that doesn't mean it's worth $1 million, but it's something that if somebody's interested in it, it is worth it. I mean, I would sell it for a little extra. You know what I mean? Maybe $1 extra, maybe a quarter extra, whatever. Or I'd have to do more research on it to see if it had what the extra value is, if any. So don't think that because something is different means it's valuable, because it's not true. But also don't think it's not valuable. All right. So what I do, so it's 3.25. I want to weigh all these pennies now. This is crazy because I really did not want to go through all this, and it's so hard to find. It's an uncirculated. Where's my stapler? I only put one staple in because I end up taking them out. This is how I staple my. They never fall out through that. Get it as close as you can to the edge, and I'll just put one staple in case I have to rip it open. You know what I mean? Those three, or some people put 4 staples. That's and you use a ton of more staples. If I'm using 1 and you're using 3, you're gonna go through packs of staples like forget it. And that they don't. There is a little bit of space it leaves on the sides, but never enough. You can even see it there. I've never had them come out. Again, you could staple if you want. Most of you probably do. Oh, did I close it the right way? Oh yeah, I did. What if I do this? I squeeze it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Can you smell what the Rock's got cooking? Okay. So I'm gonna put 3.25 G on this, and I'm gonna put it as Unk. And I cannot believe that. I don't want to do this on camera. It's gonna take for. All right, so let's. Whew, now, this is part of why a lot of people really enjoy coin collecting. It's the time aspect of it, right? So we're already 25 minutes into this, and what we basically did was weigh one penny. Now that's what they're supposed to weigh. I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to weigh the rest of these just to satisfy my curiosity. And you might be curious too. And I will keep, let me center this for the, and I will put them there. Okay. So we're looking for out of time. So again, so it's 0.12 is the tolerance for copper pennies, right? Heavy, but not out of tolerance. So we're looking for 3.24, or going the other way, we're looking for 2.98. And I want to put the pennies into right there. Okay. All right. I'm going to hit a tear. Okay, hit a tear. 3.12. So I got very lucky to weigh the one pen. I could tell you that it wasn't weighed. I'm telling you, nobody ever weighed these pennies. I don't weigh my pennies. I am going to weigh. You know what? I'm going to weigh all of these pennies now that the person sent me. I have a feeling that these are not cleaned. It could be lightly cleaned. I don't know. I mean, I'm seeing fingerprints that would, but look at the condition of these. This is incredible. Yeah, well. So I'm not even checking these for issues. I'm just weighing them because I found that 3.25, and now I want to make sure there's no more out of tolerance pennies. And oh, so he's got wheat cents mixed with, oh boy. And I hate to say it, but that's almost what you want to see. You want to buy from, I want to buy from honest people, and most people don't know what they're doing. You follow what I'm saying? So I actually like what I'm seeing here. I like seeing the differences in weight. Oh, I forgot to take my medication this morning. Oh, I don't have it in my, I gotta do it after this video. All right. I like to see the differences in weight. I like to see that the person is not, that they put them into pieces of paper instead of marked tubes. You know, I almost like to see the fingerprints, to be honest with you, because the copper cleaner takes those right off, man. It takes the whole, so at least, and let me tell you, the fingerprint, I've seen MS65s with a fingerprint on it, man. They're not, I mean, maybe it would have been MS66, right? I don't know. But I really don't think you lose too much of the value from putting a fingerprint on the, people think they do. It's funny. People, I've never seen an example. I got to be honest with you. In all of the videos I've watched, where something's lost value from touching it with a fingerprint. I'm just saying, I've never seen it. Now, cleaning is a different. Oh, remember, we're looking for 9.8. I went up. That would have been nice too. Okay. Now, I don't know who's enjoying watching me do this. 2-1. We're looking for. Wait, did I do something wrong? We're looking for 2-4. All right. Let me tear. Wow. Look at that. Another out of tolerance. And what year? Wow. So let's look at what and it's another wheat cent. Okay, you want to see what a 3.25 gram wheat cent sells for? Let's go to eBay. Let's go to advanced. Let's put 3.25 grams penny. And remember, I'm looking at sold, so this is what people are paying for it. And then I'll show you if there's nothing there. I'll just say, oh, forget about it. No one's paying anything for it. Okay, so 3.25, nothing came out for sold. So I'm going to take out, I'm just going to put 3.25. Let me take grams out. Some people put G. And let me click pennies. No, nothing came out. Let me put grams penny. How about that? Maybe we'll see what some out of tolerance other pennies are going for. We're looking for coins, paper money. Let's go to US. I don't want to look at world coins because I don't know their scratched you. Oh wow, there's a nickel. Check this out. Look at this. There's a nickel that has 3.11 grams. So it's a penny planchet. It's a nickel on a penny planchet. Struck on 1 cent. $300. How cool is that? Wow. Here goes a 44. I don't know what that means. Plus 1 gram. Oh, they're giving out 1 gram of silver. I guess that's pretty cool. So we're looking for. All right. So here's 2.5 grams, but it's whatever, off center or broad strike or something like that. 3.1 gram. Oh, look at that. How cool is that? 2.55. That's but look how destroyed it is. You don't want to see that either. All right. So I don't really care because I save them, and I would probably try to get $1 or $2 for it. I don't know what else to say besides that. So now I want to weigh all the pennies this person sent me. So what's the theme? What's the lesson? 3.25. Wow. So this is what I do, and and it's just for my own knowledge, right? So the rest of these pennies, I'm just gonna put inside a. Well, I have to separate them now between wheat cents and Lincolns. I'll do it on camera because it doesn't make any sense. I don't want to start the next video I start. I want it to be a little bit different. So I'll do this as bonus content. You could click out if you want. So I'm going to put on the top here. I'm going to put MS, and on the side I'll write whether or not it's wheat or. Actually, these are not MS. These are unks. They might be MS, but I'm going to put them as uncirculated. And let's get one with wheat. And the other, we're going to put unk, what's it called? And we're going to put memorials. Okay. So that's as far as I want to take this. I don't like what he did with the whole paper. I mean, listen, I do like what he did with the paper thing. You understand? Because the person doesn't know what he's doing. So I don't want to deal with pros on eBay. You know, see, that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. I put unk. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. I don't want to deal with pros. I want to deal with regular people, people who are not trying to scam. You know what I'm saying? All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to weigh all of these. I'm not going to do the rest here. I'm just going to separate what I got here into, I don't really want to drop them like that, but okay. So he's got some Lincolns and he's got wheats. So I got them in the wrong, oh, jeez. All right, here's the wheats. so we're going to put the memorials to the side. Now, does that mean these are not cleaned? It's hard. I don't know. If you know, you let me know. If you make it now, what most people are doing at this point, especially through a video camera, is you're guessing. You know what I'm saying? You're guessing, and that's fine. And you could say, yeah, it looks like they've been cleaned. Oh, it looks like they haven't been cleaned. That's fine. What kind of perturbs me a little bit is when people say that was definitely clean. Come on, man. I mean, let's be honest. We ain't got no experts here. You know what I mean? I've seen. Do you know what a clean? I've done cleaning videos, and I've used the copper cleaner on copper pennies. They totally destroy. When I tell you, they make them look. It's so obvious when someone left them in the copper solution too long. Now you could do it very quickly. I'm told. I've seen videos, but not with the copper. That copper cleaner. Wow, it destroys the penny. It really does. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do is in the next. So this is part 1, episode 325. Yeah. Now we're gonna do part 2, episode 326. And what I'm gonna do in episode 326 is I'm gonna go through all these pennies this dude sent me, and I'm gonna put them all. I'm gonna get the and I know we're gonna fill up a couple tubes. I have the other tubes here, so that's fine. I have them already here on the desk. I could throw out this paper. I don't like having stuff from other people. So this is also a little bit of a housekeeping thing. You know, this is kind of disgusting. And then in the other videos, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'm definitely going to have look what the person sent me. The person sent me this old wrapper too. For whatever reason, I'll take it though. It's pretty cool. All right. God bless. I'll see you in episode 326.